Hi everyone, it's Kim at cardcreationsbykim.com, and I just finished this card right here. I thought I would go ahead and share it with you. Now I am uploading a video on this card here with the hot dog, but the hot dog is so cute. I decided to go ahead and do the hamburger too, and I did it a little differently, so let me explain what we did here. This card base is Recollections, and it comes with the envelopes. They're pre-scored, and they're 5.5 by 4. Now, the layers of the patterned paper came from Die Cuts with a View, and the paper pack is called The Guy. And they have some really nice masculine paper in that one. This is the base, the card base. As I said, they're pre-scored. The other things that I used were the Dotted Swiss Sizzix embossing folder, the Cuttlebug, I think they call this Swirl embossing folder. I used my Peachy Keen face stamps, which I just got these recently and absolutely adore them. And then I'm using the Happy 4th of July stamp from Hero Arts. I'm also going to be using a fingertip sponge dauber, and I bought this at a scrapbooking expo for $1. It said buy the spool, and I'm not sure, buy the spool I guess is the maker, and it's just a small green rickrack and some Memento ink and some glue and some zig. Excuse me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'm working on the hamburger on page 49. First I have my card base here. I've already folded it, but let's score it down a little better. I start out with the same size as the card, 4 by 5.5. And when I'm gluing it on the edge as best as I can, especially on the corners because we don't want it to lift up. And bringing it in just like that. Now on the other cards I did this as well. It's just a tiny bit short when I cut it, and I can go back and trim it when I'm ready for that. Okay, now what I'm going to do here, because I've got my rickrack that I'm going to be putting right here, I'm going to glue the top layer on here and then wrap the rickrack around. And the layers are all 1/4 inch shorter ascending up. So this would be 5 1/4 by 3 3/4, and then this is 5 by 3 1/2. Go like that. Now I'm going to take a piece of my rickrack, just kind of eyeball it on how big I want it to be. Now on the rickrack, it's so tiny. I even considered using my little tiny score tape, but because it's you know, up and down, I could see the score tape on it, so I opted to use my Tombow, which works, and it's forgiving, so if I don't get it on exactly where I want it, I can move it around until it dries all the way. That looks about right. Wrap it around. Just kind of give it a little nudge so that the glue and the paper connect. And we'll go ahead and glue this on then. I wish I would have found this Die Cuts with a View paper before it got so close to Father's Day, because excuse me, there's all kinds of really cute paper that I could have done Father's Day cards with, but I didn't see it in time, and I didn't get enough time to get the cards done. So as I mentioned in my video before this when I made the hot dog, that I'll just save it for next year. Okay, when it comes to the hamburger, what I did was I ran it through my dotted Swiss, and I'm putting out all the layers here for you. And I bet you can guess what all these are at this point. I have a pickle in here somewhere. Oh, my pickle, it went missing. Okay, well, oh, there it is. Alright, so we have your top of your bun, your whole bun, your ketchup, your lettuce. Oh, can't forget the meat. And then your All-American, like so. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is cut at 2 inches, and when you cut this, it comes like this, and you can see there's some tick lines on where you would put the meat and the lettuce and the pickle and the ketchup. And then on this one here, there is a face that cuts out on this. But because I use my embossing folder, you can't really see the face that much, which is good because I ended up using my Peachy Keen face. Alright, so let's put our hamburger together. The first thing you want to put down is actually the pickle. And you can't tell on this video, I'm sure of it, but this green paper actually has a tiny bit of texture to it. So we're going to put him right there. Alright, so that's the pickle there. And then we're going to put the ketchup on, and the ketchup has texture also. Just the texture that the paper came with. I didn't emboss it or anything. So there's our ketchup. And then you're going to put your meat down. I thought about embossing this, but I think it's okay. I think I'm have allergies or something. I don't know what's going on with my voice. Okay, so we're going to put the meat there. And before I put the top layer on, I'm going to stamp my Peachy Keen face. Make sure it starts out fresh. And I use my Memento ink. Gosh, I love these stamps. They're so adorable. Clean that off. Okay, then we're going to put our lettuce on. And I embossed the lettuce with the swirl. I just give it a little bit more character. Alright. My goodness. And then we'll put the top bun on. Like so. Okay, here comes the part where we're going to do some color in there. I don't want to make it too dark, but I want it to show like the sesame seeds are popping up a little bit. So I'm going to choose this color right here. Oh, actually the sesame seeds are referring to the dotted Swiss here. First, let's just ink up the edges like this. If you haven't tried these fingertip daubers, you've got to try it. I just bought it at Joann's, and I actually was part of a demonstration at a scrapbooking expo using these. But now when you go to distress, I'm going to call it, the seeds, it's a very light touch because you don't actually want to color the bun. So I'm just going to kind of go over it just like that. Turn that phone off. Okay, let's see how it just barely, just so you can see the seeds but not too much color on the bun. Very good. All right, now I'm just going to go ahead and use a strip of my pop dots, and I'm going to put that on the back. One on the top, one on the bottom, and I'm going to put it about right there. All right, so let's go to these. Now this is actually cut out at 3/4. It's too big, cutting it out at 2 inches. So I dropped it down to 3/4. Okay, that would be my husband, but he can wait just a minute. And I'm going to glue this on to the shadow. It would be that right there, and again it's cut at 3/4. Okay. And I mentioned in my video when I was making the hot dog that I think I probably would have done that 1 inch. But I had cut all 4 pieces out because I made 4 of these, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to go back and waste more paper. So I decided not to do that. I'm looking at this little mistake here when it was cutting. I didn't realize that. I'm going to try and fix that. Maybe when we glue it on. Like so. That's good. Now on these, the A's have little faces on them. And I went back and just took my black, really fine point pen and just kind of filled in the faces, because the faces are really cute. I didn't want to pass up on that, but because it's cut at such a small size, it didn't cut out all the way. So let's just fill in their eyes. How cute is that? And then on the inside, I used my Hero Art stamp. Happy 4th of July. Went in and stamped it. There you go. Alrighty, so that is the hamburger version of the Simply Charmed All-American card. Hope you liked it, and this will be on my blog if you need additional information. Thanks. Bye-bye.